Today on Playthingamajig, we find out that good spelling is not a requirement to become a leader in Cobra. Coming up next. Look better in the box than it does out, and a big part of that is because, to be true to his classic styling, he is brown on brown on brown. He is a big Cobra turd, and that's kind of what he looks like outside of the box. They definitely could have done some more with the metallic sheen. They've got it on the boots, they've got it here on the belt, but none on the bionic arm or the helmet or any of his other padding. So I'm guessing if there is a wide release instead of a limited release, we will see a different kind of paint apps on him. There's a little bit of over metallic on these dog tags. I love this accessory. It's great that he keeps these trophies of the guys that he's killed. It doesn't really fit great around his neck. It gets in the way of the helmet, but it is a neat accessory. It would be nice if they would have done like a dry brush or something on the chain and maybe some blood spots on the tags themselves. But all in all, that is a cool accessory. This giant revolver, oops, out of the screen. This giant revolver looks like it would be way too small for this giant holster, but it actually fits really snug and tight. One of the bigger problem that this guy has accessory-wise, besides the dog tags fitting funny, these missiles take almost no touch before they fall right out. So he's kind of one of those pose it and leave it kind of characters. You can't touch him or things start falling off. Does come with this classic Major Bludd blaster that I remember from the 80s. And these missiles fit in like this, and I think it's absolutely ridiculous. But hey, it is what it is. All in all, he does look cool. He does look like he's supposed to with a lot of cool modern details. But he does look like a big Cobra turd. Final score on G.I. Joe Classified Cobra Island Major Bludd. For articulation and posability, a 4. He has all of the points of articulation that we're used to in this line, double jointed knees, double jointed elbows, and everything in between. And he holds solidly every pose that I put him in. For accessories, also a 4. He has a good number of accessories, both new and iconic. But some of them are just a little bit lacking, like the gun fits weird with the missile sticking out of the thing, and the dog tags, which are completely awesome, missing something in the paint apps. For construction, the figure itself, very, very solid. Does not move at all after the poses I put it in. But the feet are molded a little bit on the tippy side. So most of the construction knockdowns have to do with the accessories. The backpack falls out of the back pretty easily, only held on by one peg. The missiles that go in the backpack fall out with a slight breeze. The dog tags and the helmet are vying for the same space. Yeah, just some problems there. And overall looks, a 4. In the box, he looks amazing. Out of the box, he's got the classic style with modern detail that you would think I'd give him great marks for. I do give him good marks for, but out of the box, as I've said before, he does look like a big brown turd. So, gotta knock him down to a 4. All in all, that is a 4, 4, 3, and 4. That is a 15 out of 20. Still highly recommended, especially if you're a Joe collector, if you're looking for more Cobra, because heck, everybody is. Or if you're looking for a turd to put on your shelf, this is the guy. Initially, the supply was run out and run up by scalpers. Now it sounds like there's quite a few out there. So if you want one, go get one. He's definitely a good addition. I am Mark for Playthingamajig, where it's all about the toys. See you next time. Time for a little box overview and an unboxing of our Target exclusive Cobra Island Major Bludd from G.I. Joe Classified Series. As you can see in the package, the window package, he looks really cool, as this whole line does. The artwork here is done by somebody named Ken Lashley. There was a Ken Lashley that worked on Excalibur comics. for Marvel in the late 90s, I believe, or early 2000s. I don't know if it's the same Ken Lashley, but Ken, great artwork. This side panel is really nifty. You see some of the scars, and I'm not really sure. When I was a kid, he was always portrayed just with the helmet on. So I don't really know what his hairstyle is supposed to be, but I'm good with this. We've got our insignia here, which don't mean much to anybody. And then we've got our map of Cobra Island on the back with, as always, different areas highlighted for reasons that they have yet to explain. So we'll get past all that. Open her up with our handy dandy tool here. It's funny. I have a memory from my childhood. I was born in 1972, so I grew up with Star Wars and G.I. Joe cartoons and after school Transformers and Thundercats and blah, 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 blah. I seem to remember Major Bludd being a more prominent character, but when I watched the whole series through on Tubi, he barely showed up. So I don't remember why he's supposed to be so important. I will say this version of Major Bludd, this guy's really awesome. Obviously, from the artwork that he's based on, he looks really cool. He's got a lot of really cool details, which I probably have gone through another part of the review. I love the dog tags around his neck. I can only assume those are people that he's wiped out. I can only make that assumption. His arm is really cool. It's not as metallic, I guess, as I would expect, but it's pretty nifty. I'm probably going over too much information here in the unboxing. I'm supposed to just show you what's in it. Okay, so we've got the big revolver. We've got the helmet. We've got the backpack. There we go. And we've got these two funky little missiles. Which fit on the backpack in pictures I've seen. And they fit on the end of the retro-ish looking gun. So I got everybody centered. No. Let's move everybody around. So we've got a big-ass revolver. We've got this retro-ish looking gun, which I believe I had a light blue version of when I was a child. Two missiles. I've seen them put in the end of this gun. I've seen them put in the backpack. The backpack only has one single little peg. And the helmet. And, of course, Major Bludd himself. Oh, this actually comes right off. If you don't like the dog tag or the silvery look, that is an option as well. So, there's everything in the package. Looks pretty cool. Moving on. Oh, here's a little extended review on some of the things about this figure. So first of all, as I pointed out earlier, there on the boots here and on the belt accessories or belt detail, they've included some metallic sheen. Here he has a cybernetic arm, and there's no metallic sheen on it. And on the box art, which I happen to have handy right here, you can see that there is metallic sheen on his chest plate, obviously his helmet, and on the arm. None of that being present here. And as I probably said before, if there's a wide release instead of a limited release, there's a chance we'll see some more paint apps with some more silver on it. I don't know that it's necessary. I'm not saying he looks bad because of it. It's just a little bit odd that they would have gone through the trouble to put metal look or paint on these parts and then not put any here. It just seems a little bit odd. It's not bad. It's just odd. And they even put little things in the buckles here. So it was definitely intentional. I don't know if you can see that in the light. There's buckles up here that have metal or silver paint, but nothing here. See what's on the gun right there. So yeah, it seems to be intentional. I just don't quite understand it. But you know, neither here nor there. So there's some problems with the accessories. This one is not. This gun is awesome. It fits in. This holster really looks huge. This is like a big dump bag, but this gun fits in it really, really well. Okay, past that. So one of my problems that fits under the construction issues is these missiles. It takes very little effort if you're moving the figure. Now they're going to stick in here now that I'm doing this, but it takes very little effort for them to just like fall out when you're handling the figure. They don't snap in really well. The Hasbro site suggests that the warheads go up. You can't even really feel them snap in. They just kind of like press. The Hasbro website suggests that the warhead goes up like this, but I've put them in both ways, And when I handle the figure afterward, they just pop right out. I do think they also do warhead up though, because that one even popped up easier with the fins up. So if you want them to stay in, you have a better chance if the warhead is up. But still, as soon as you're handling them doing something else, they're just going to fall out. I do not like, as I said in the brief review, that just shows you how easy the backpack comes off. Trying to get the gun off the backpack, and the backpack came right off. As I said before, this is also according to the Hasbro website, and obviously it fits that way, so then that must have been the intent with the barrel hole. But this looks absolutely ridiculous. I just wow. I don't get it. I don't like it. It doesn't matter if I like it, but I don't like it. I know. I voiced my little concern about the lack of paint apps on these dog tags. As much as I love this accessory, I don't love necessarily the way it looks. I'm a little confused exactly how it's supposed to go. With the helmet on the right way, if and the face up, usually it makes the dog tag stick out, and when you play with the dog tags, the helmet pops right off because they kind of they take up the same space. It's made with a wide loop. Like maybe it should go on the outside of this kind of like neck collar thing he's got going on, but then they really don't lay flat. They stick straight up in front of his chin. But because it's so wide, it's hard to get them to fit around his neck into the groove, and then they get in the way of the helmet. Every time you put the helmet on, they pop up away from the body like that. And anytime you try to push them back down, you often dislodge the helmet. I don't know. I do like him very much, but I feel because of some of the issues that he has, he is a pose and forget kind of thing. But, for a guy who, again, looks like a big turd, he's pretty cool looking. I don't know if the faux hawk has something to do. I'm pretty sure he's Australian. Not 100% sure on that. It would have been nice if there was some sort of, and the box artwork, the eye is glowing red. And actually even that has a metallic sheen to it that isn't here. It would have been nice if there was a little bit of a, I don't know, something bright red in there somehow. I don't know how, but somehow. He still looks better than anything that I had in 1984. Now, I still like him. I do have a lot of minor things that I don't like about him. But I think he's a really cool addition, even though he was barely in the cartoon. He must have had a pretty good role in the comics, because people like him, and he really didn't even show up in any of the cartoons. I don't know. I'm babbling now because I don't know what else to say. I think he's still cool. I said a lot of negative things about him, but honestly, I think he's pretty cool. I was very excited when he was released. He does have a... I had a problem making this arm stick straight. Oh, that's what I forgot to mention. This hand on his reel. Okay, it's got a side-to-side swivel. I couldn't figure out how to make his hand swivel back to make a straight arm with the giant long missile gun sticking out here. I couldn't do it because this arm has the side-to-side swivel instead of the front-to-back swivel, which the cybernetic hand has. So that explains that. All right, and he's got no shoulder pad on this arm. He's asymmetrical, which normally I'd be bothered by, but I didn't notice it till just now. But it does explain why there's this weird gap here. Okay, I babbled on long enough. He's pretty cool. Cobra! Today on Playthingamajig, it's targeted exclusively to pardon me, robot cyber. Today,
Thank you.